Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be discussing another concept of Swift. Result type was introduced into the standard library of Swift 5, giving us a simpler and cleaner way to handle APIs. Swift's result type is basically an enum with two cases, success and failure. Both the cases are implemented as generics, but the failure has to conform to Swift's error type, whereas the success can be of any object type. To demonstrate this, let's jump to a weather application where we'll be showing weather based on our current location. So let's get started. So here, as you can see, we have a sample weather application, and for that I have my network service protocol which I have been using in many of my projects to handle simple network request and response. If we go to our network router file, this is again a protocol defined for all the API paths, and whenever I need to add a new API call, I have to confirm the class to that this protocol. And here I have my HTTP method defined as enums. I have the protocol where we define scheme, host, method, and path. And I have a small protocol extension where I'm handling all the common values like URL schemes and base URL. I have defined these base URL and scheme and everything in my config file. Earlier, I was using response container as a completion block to my network request. Since this response container is common for the object model and error, we used to have this code for sending error as nil in case of a success and response object as nil in case of a failure from the network call. But now with Swift 5's result type, we don't need this anymore. So let's quickly change our request method's completion handler to result type, which would be either T, that is our response object, or an Swift error. Now let's update the same in the extension below. And then we will replace our completion calls with success and failure of result type. And that will be all from for this class. Now let's delete this response container because we don't need it anymore. Now let's quickly jump to our weather service manager class where we have defined our API path and URL parameter. Let's quickly build the code and see if everything is fine. Build fail. Let's see some the error, missing arguments, query items. Oh, I know the error. See, I'm a huge fan of providing default values to my function argument. Let's fix this in the network class. Let's try building again, and I think this should work now. Yep, now the errors are different. So we have to implement the new result type enum. So let's change it to result type and add a switch case of result of success and failure. Now let's get rid of all the old code. And I'm missing something here. Yep. Yeah. Now it's fine. So because of result type, we are sure that whenever we'll receive a response object, we'll get it. So no need of providing an optional response object here. Now let's build our application. Build failed. Let's go see the error. Now, since our data will no longer be optional, that's why we are getting this error. So let's change the weather data type and remove the code for unwrapping it. And that's all. Let's run the application again. And I think now it will work. Yep, it works now. As you can see, we can now see all the weathers and it is working as before, but with the new result type. If you like this video, please hit the like button and share it with your friends. And for more such videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and goodbye.